Hello, it's Nick Dutch, back on the camera again one more time. Hi there, how's it going? I just want to talk about the term heathen just for a moment. I've come to the belief, for want of a better word, that it's being grossly misrepresented by the pagan community to mean a reference to people who live in the countryside, or people who live on the fringes of society but have a fruitful and holy spiritual life dedicated to, let's say, country living, the god and the goddess, and so on and so forth. The reasons that I believe that it is a gross misrepresentation is because of the origin of the word. The word heathen is connected to the word heath, and heath land in Britain is land which has been ruined, is wasted, and is barren. So you can't graze your cattle or your sheep on heathen land. You can't grow crops on the land. Often it is land which has been destroyed by vermin, such as an overpopulation of rabbits, for instance. So the term heath actually means barren or wasted. And heathen, it would have been probably a derogatory term invented by the city dwellers against those of a rustic orientation. So it's not actually a pleasant word, it is a negative word with negative connotations rather than positive connotations. And I think that has to be borne in mind. Yes, some people would argue that, well, the dictionary doesn't tell you the meanings of the words, they tell you the meanings people used to use for the words. Well, that's a way of looking at things, but we still have to see that the word heathen doesn't mean something positive and spiritual and rustic and witchcrafty and beautiful and romantic. It means something negative. Okay, so those who are within the pagan community, I think they really need to think about resurrecting the traditional meaning of the word heathen to be a mark of those within their own communities who think in a manner which is barren. I personally would assume that some of the traditional meaning of the word heathen would be carried on in modern day language. And so this is something that has to be conceptualized of and agreed to. There was a bit of a campaign by one particular YouTube user to turn another derogatory term into one of common use with positive associations, which was unfortunately a campaign which fell flat on its face. I am rather curious as to why this other derogatory word has been given very positive meanings by the pagan communities, when in fact it means something negative. Barren, lifeless, listless, dead, decaying, and basically not fruitful.